welcome to today's video. I'm going to be showing you how I make my favorite potato salad, which I call deviled egg potato salad. So we're going to go through the recipe and we're going to make it together. Before we get started, I do want to show you the new mug that I just got from our local grocery store. I just think it's super pretty and it reminds me of the wolf pictures that I got when we first came up here to Stony. All right, let's get into the video. So this recipe is actually adapted from the herbed potato salad in the Prairie Homestead Cookbook by Jill Winger. She's also here on YouTube if you're interested in checking some of her videos out. But I do really love this cookbook, as you can tell by all of my sticky notes in it. Before I start going through the ingredients, I am going to have the entire recipe in the description below if you want to reference that. But you're going to need hard-boiled eggs, potatoes, dill pickles, lemon juice, mustard, mayo or Miracle Whip, whichever you prefer, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, salt, smoked paprika, and dill. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get our water boiling to do our hard-boiled eggs and also cook our potatoes. So now that we have our potatoes peeled, we're just going to cube them up into chunks. We're looking for about 5 cups here, so I usually fill up the measuring cup with the peeled potatoes to get pretty close, and then if I need to, I can add 1 or 2 more potatoes in. So we're just going to get started. So we have our 5 cups of potatoes cubed. The water is boiling, so we're just going to add them in without burning ourselves. Maybe. I'm not a chef. Alright, so you're just going to let the potatoes boil until they're fully cooked. And also once the water is boiling for the eggs, the recipe calls for 6 hard-boiled eggs. Like I said earlier, I'm just going to make 12, so we have some leftovers for lunches. So while we're waiting for the eggs to boil as well as the potatoes, we can start putting together our sauce. So that includes our seasoning, our pickles, and our mayo. All right, so we're gonna get all of our spices together right now. So we're gonna start with onion powder. You're gonna want a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Normally when I make this, I do just make approximate measurements, but for the sake of the video, I wanted to do exact measurements. We're also going to do a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon each of salt and black pepper, and then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of dill. And in the summertime, when you can use fresh dill, it is way better. And 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. Now we're just going to give it all a little stir together. And it ends up looking something like this. You definitely don't have to pre-mix all the seasonings separately. You can just add it directly into the potato salad. I find assembling the sauce of the salad first makes the spices a little bit more evenly distributed, but it's totally up to you. So for the sauce, we're going to do 1.5 cups of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, whichever you have. You definitely do not have to measure this out. You can absolutely eyeball it. Just like so. You're also going to add a teaspoon of lemon juice. You can use fresh if you like. I don't have any on hand. And a tablespoon and a half of mustard. All right, then we're gonna add our seasoning in and mix this all together. So once it's all mixed, you can just set it aside, and now we are going to get our pickles ready. So you're looking for 3/4 of a cup of sliced pickles. We are big pickle fans in this house, and so we do put quite a bit in. You can always change the amounts if you find it to be too much. That is the fun part about recipes. You can make these chunks as big or as little as you want. If you want them to blend in more, going smaller will help. I've done just slices. I've cut the pickle in half and then chopped it again so you get smaller pieces. It's really up to you and your preference. All right, and then these you can leave separate until you put the salad together. Or like I'm gonna actually mix it in with the sauce right now and let that pickle juice just seep into it a little bit. So I'm just gonna mix this up and then I'm going to put it into the fridge until we are ready to add the hard-boiled eggs and our cooked potato. Alright, so our eggs are done boiling. I'm just going to pull them out of the pot and place them into a bowl of cold water with ice so we can start the cooling process. And then after that, we're just waiting on the potatoes to finish. So we're just going to check the potatoes. We're just looking for them to be cooked and tender to the fork, but not falling apart. Yep, looks like they are done. So we're going to take them off the heat and strain them, and then we're going to get them cooling as well. All right, so we have our hard-boiled eggs cooling in their water bath. I just drained the potatoes and then ran some cool water over them to help cool them off. You can definitely stick them straight into the fridge, but you want both of these to be cool before you add it in with everything else. So we're just gonna let those cool for a little bit and then I will be back to assemble the salad. While we are waiting for everything to cool, this is a time when you can enjoy your coffee, do some dishes, or kind of anything else you want to do in your time. But before we get back to making the salad, I did want to let you guys know that I am updating my wildlife photography print shop on January 21st at 12 a.m. So these are going to be 4 brand new prints that are going to be available for purchase. I'm going to drop the flyer into the video right after this clip, but I hope you check it out and let me know which one's your favorite. So I said earlier that I used the recipe from Jill Winger's cookbook as a starting point, and really I just kept tweaking it over time, trying different combinations, different spices, adding different ingredients, and eventually I ended up with the recipe that I have now, which is by far my favorite potato salad that I've ever made. My husband loves it and he asks me for it to make it quite frequently. But to be honest, for the longest time, I hated potato salad. As a kid, never ate it growing up, never sought it out, never made it for myself until I was in my mid-20s. That was mostly because I didn't really like how mayo tasted as a kid, but as I've gotten older, I've started trying new things and slowly rediscovering that some of the foods I really hated as a kid, I kind of like now. And a lot of it has just been figuring out the flavors and the textures that really work well for me. So I encourage you guys, if there's something you don't like in this recipe, take it out. If there's something you'd prefer, swap it out, or just use it as a starting point and start trying out new things. And if you do make this recipe, please tag me. My Instagram is at homesteadingsask or at bushwifelife. I'd love to see if you guys recreate this recipe. The other thing is my husband is probably going to be laughing when I crack open the hard-boiled eggs because I have a tremendous knack for not being able to do it properly. And I don't know why. I follow the recipes for making hard-boiled eggs. I use timers, I use all the same tricks. For some reason it doesn't often work when I do it, so fingers crossed it worked this time. If not, I'm gonna have to wait till my husband gets home so he can redo the hard-boiled eggs for this recipe. So if it's super dark when you see the end of this video, you'll probably know that it didn't work out too well. Alright, now it is time to assemble the salad. So we have our sauce for the salad out of the fridge. It's nice and cool. We have our potatoes, which are cooled. We're gonna add straight to it. And then just mix it up in there. And now for the moment of truth, did I successfully hard-boil the eggs? Place your bets now. looking good. It's covered in shells, but I think I did it, you guys. I'm learning, yay. Success. See, Scott, I can hard boil eggs, it's on video. So now we're just going to peel 6 eggs. We're going to dice them up into small chunks, similar to how the size we did the pickles. Add them into our potato salad and mix it all up, and that is quite literally all there is to this recipe. It's super yummy. It's great to bring to different group suppers, family suppers. It does make enough for probably a family of 5 for one meal, or if you're a couple like us, we like to split it over a couple meals. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel the rest of these eggs to get them added in, and then I'll see you at the very end for the taste test. Alright, so we've added our potatoes and eggs, we've mixed it all together, and you now have your deviled eggs potato salad. I am so excited to eat as much of this as I possibly can. Like I said, it is my favorite way to make potato salad. And yeah, let me know if you try it out. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video, and once again, the full recipe will be written down below in the description. So have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next video.